This video will demonstrate the use of the scenery grid and introduce you to the Arrange toolbar. If you have watched our Painter tool demonstration, this screenshot will be familiar. Our intention now is to add an additional small building to the D's goods location. We could just go ahead and search for a ready-built roof in the scenery chooser, but as this is a demonstration, we are going to build a new hipped roof from scratch. To start, we open the scenery toolbar and select the tool for the scenery grid. This is a grid of dots which covers the whole of the display area. On this particular image, the dots are not easy to see against the background texture, so we will use the Preferences dialog to change the color of the dots. Select Preferences from the File menu and go to the Scenery tab. Click the color swatch, and select a new contrasting color from the chooser. Note that you can also adjust the grid spacing from the Preferences dialog if you wish. Select the Line Polygon tool, and use the grid dots to draw the 4 basic shapes needed for the hipped roof. Note how the lines snap to the grid dots to maintain the integrity of the shapes. The polygons will be drawn using the default scenery style. This is okay, as we can change the settings after we have assembled the roof shape. Keep the grid active, and select the Edit Scenery tool. Select and drag the 2 larger shapes into place to form the finished hipped roof shape. Although this shape looks okay, it is still 4 separate images which we now need to group together into a single image. Use Shift-click on each of the 4 roof components, to highlight all 4 images. Then open the Arrange toolbar and click the Group button, to combine the 4 components into a single image. You can now reposition the new roof shape as a single image. Note how this will only snap to the grid positions. So we switch off the grid and move the roof to its new location. Select the roof again, and resize it to fit onto the existing decking image. Use Shift-click to highlight both the roof and the decking images. Then click the Group button to combine the 2 items into a single image. Drag the image towards the left to connect up with the adjacent building. This places the newer object on top of the roof of the original building. Click Send to Back to move this to the bottom of the foreground layer. This exposes a foreground rectangle which was made up of the background fill color. This image was originally used to crop out part of the decking. We could send this backwards to lose it underneath the building, but as it is no longer needed, we only need to highlight it and press the Delete key. If you have watched our Painter tool video, you will already know how to repaint the new roof to match the texture of the adjacent building. Just select the Painter tool and hover over the source texture. Next, press the Shift key to activate the dropper and load the texture to the Painter swatch. Then hover the paint bucket icon over the target image and left-click to repaint it. Repeat this for the other roof texture. When we are finished with the Painter tool, we can dismiss it by reselecting the Edit Scenery tool. These techniques can also be used to modify existing images and add the new images to the scenery chooser. Start by selecting the image to be modified, then ungroup the components. Click outside the image to remove the highlighting. Select the parts to be deleted and press the Delete key. Alternatively, right-click on the individual parts and select Delete from the context menu. Select and resize any parts that need changing. Add new components to the image from the scenery chooser. Highlight all parts of the object for grouping, then click on Group to convert the parts into a single image. To save the modified image to the scenery chooser, right-click on the new item, and select the option, Save to SCN file. Pick a suitable folder for the new image, type in a name and click the Save button. Finally click OK on the confirmation dialog.